Hello and welcome back to First Kids Worship! First Kids Worship! So glad to have you back with us today. We're on the next to the last of the fruit of the Spirit, and this one is about gentleness, and it kind of shows you how they all are interactive and how they relate to each other, because gentleness is about being kind and compassionate to each other and tender and gentle with each other. So we're going to ask you to think about who you might help with gentleness this week so that God's love can grow in you and you can show that love of God to others. We're going to have a great time today, and I will see you again at the end in First Kids Worship! First Kids Worship! See you then!
Good morning! What a wonderful winter wonderland I'm in. And you know what? This is the best place to talk about gentleness, which is our theme for this Sunday. You're probably wondering, what does snow and gentleness have in common? Well, I had to walk very gently out here, because if I want to be harsh and I just want to move around like that, it's very easy for me to slip and fall. And that'd be really rough on my tuchus. Now, I could show you how that looks, but I have a better way to show you how that works. When we are not gentle and we're harsh instead, it could hurt us, just as we hurt the other person. So, in order to show you what it feels like when you're harsh with somebody, I have a vase and I have a ball of tissue. Now, I could not have walked out here on the snow, but how else would I have enjoyed this? Just like when we have God as our friend, He wants us to influence others. He wants us to impact others. So it can't just be a doormat. We have to be able to influence others without being harsh. Now let me show you what happens when we're harsh to other people. Pretend this is a person, and I'm trying to get that person to go to the end of this vase. All right? See what happens. Ah! It comes right back to me. Ouch! Let me try that again. See, I have this person, and I'm putting them in the vase, and I want to impact them to go to the end of the vase. Ouch! Luckily, it's just a tissue. So when it comes to influencing others, and that's what Jesus wants us to do, God gives us wisdom, kindness, and care. And that's going to be represented by this straw. So here is my person that I'm trying to influence. And I'm trying to influence them to go to the end of the vase. So I put that little guy in there. God's wisdom, care, kindness. And I'm going to blow very gently. Almost there? Almost there? And there he is, at the end of the vase. Gentleness. It's a great way to be a part of God's team in influencing others.
Whoa, 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 whoa. So we lift up one voice, we lift up one voice, we sing and we shout for joy. For now we are yours, yes, our hearts are yours. You ransomed us with your love. God, you're always breaking through the dark, breaking into lights and healing hearts. Your love has torn the veil, your love can never fail. Your love is making all things new.
I used to live like I was under attack, dodging arrows from my past. I had no hope for tomorrow. Felt so much pressure, yes, I thought I would crack. But now there's no looking back. I'm moving forward, cause I know I got my armor now. No fear, no doubt, can't shoot me down, yeah. I got my armor now. No fear, no doubt, gonna shoot me down, 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 down. Now I'm bulletproof because of you, because of you. And now I'm bulletproof because of you, because of you. You love me away, now I'm not afraid. No matter what the world may say or what they do, I am bulletproof because of you, because of you, you. I know you got this whole thing under control. My soul is untouchable because you've already won me. My victory is not in this flesh and bone, it's in the cross, and I know nobody's taking it from me. I got my armor now, no fear, no doubt, can't shoot me down, yeah. I got my armor now, no fear, no doubt, gonna shoot me down, 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 down. Now I'm bulletproof because of you, because of you. And now I'm bulletproof because of you, because of you. You love me away, now I'm not afraid. No matter what the world may say or what they do, I am bulletproof because of
went wrong at one time. So much pressure fell on me. I thought I was gonna lose my mind. But I know you wanna see if I will hold on through these trials. But I need you to lift this load, 'cause I can't take it no more. The shackles on my feet so I can dance. So I can dance. I just wanna praise you. Woo, woo, woo. I just wanna praise you.
Dear God, wow. It's so easy to be mean to others and harsh, especially when you're trying to teach them something, or if they're not doing something right, you're trying to show them a better way, or if they just make you mad. Lord, give me the tools to be able to be kind, have care, and do it while I'm using your wisdom. In your name, amen.
Come, Holy Spirit, move in power. Help me obey all that you desire. Show
Hey guys, I'm Megan. Welcome to our series where we are learning about the fruit of the Spirit. We are so glad you are joining us this week. In this series, we are learning about how we can grow the fruit of the Spirit as we grow in our relationship with Jesus. To help better understand this, we are going to sing a song about the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Let's sing it together.
When my neighbor looks sad, tired, or confused, when a friend is mad or said something rude, God gave us some seeds that can grow into fruit. A life full of love, grace, and truth. I got love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. God's love shown to all the world. When my neighbor looks sad, tired, or confused, when a friend is mad or said something rude, God gave us some seeds that can grow into fruit. A life full of love, grace, and truth. I got love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. God's love shown to all the world. I got love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. God's love shown to all the world. I got the fruit of the Spirit. Yeah, the fruit of the Spirit. I got the fruit of the Spirit. Yeah, yeah. I got love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. God's love shown to all the world. I got love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. God's love shown to all the world. God's love shown to all the world.
That was a great song. That worship song teaches us about how we can use the fruit of the Spirit to show others God's love. These qualities develop when we have a relationship with Jesus. As we grow closer to Him, the fruit will grow inside of us so we can show others what God's love looks like. Now we are going to watch our Bible story where we learn about a person in the Bible who lived out one of the fruits of the Spirit. Let's check it out.
Slapstick Theater. Paul and Barnabas. This is Paul, who once hated the followers of Jesus and would do anything he could to stop them from telling others about the good news of Jesus. But Paul met Jesus in a miraculous way, and his life was changed forever.
Wow!
He went from hunting down the followers of Jesus to being one of them himself.
Yeah! All right!
When Paul was in Jerusalem, he tried to meet with the believers there,
Oh, that guy's way up!
but they were all afraid of him.
Oh, man.
They did not believe he had truly become a follower of Jesus.
Yeah, Paul, follow me.
Then a man named Barnabas brought him to the apostles and told them about how Paul had seen the Lord and how the Lord had spoken to Paul.
Yeah, it's true.
He also told them that Paul had preached boldly in the name of Jesus in Damascus.
Okay.
So Paul stayed in Jerusalem with the followers of Jesus. He told many people about Jesus, and they came to follow Jesus too. Paul and Barnabas went to do special work for God.
Yeah.
They preached the good news about Jesus in many places until they both went separate ways to tell others about Jesus.
What a great Bible story! This Bible story helps us see an example of how we can have the fruit of the Spirit. Remember, each of these qualities grows in us so others can see what God's love looks like. Now it's time for You Direct, the ultimate video competition where you kids have the chance to compete and win prizes for fame and glory. Let's watch Ariel and Katie as they showcase this week's finalists of the You Direct Awards and teach us about the fruit of the Spirit.
Okay, Katie, aren't you glad that I got these oranges for us to do a game?
It's like orange juice. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm not
You gotta
being
do it.
very gentle with this orange.
Oh no, dude, you have to be gentle. You were supposed to, you ripped the peel in half.
You Direct Award, Fruit of the Spirit. Short films directed by you. Worldwide premiere.
All of the videos that were submitted focus on a specific fruit of the Spirit.
Over the past few weeks, we have seen videos from all the different Fruit of the Spirit categories, but today we're focusing in on gentleness. Gentleness is being kind and compassionate to others. Do you know who modeled gentleness better than anyone else? Jesus.
Heyo.
He was kind and compassionate to others.
Yes, he was.
Let's hear from Pastor Sean as he announces this week's category winner. Give it up for Pastor Sean.
All right, thanks everyone for letting me be a part of this You Direct series. Guys, I love You Direct because it gives you, the kids, a chance to direct and create what we see on the weekends. Now today we're talking about gentleness. Just like we saw in our Bible story, Barnabas showed God's gentleness. Even when people were being cruel to him, he remained calm. Another person in the Bible who showed gentleness to others was Jesus.
Heyo.
As Jesus modeled gentleness by always having compassion for others. And just like Jesus, God calls us to show his gentleness to others, no matter how they act towards us. And now, for the part we've all been waiting for, may I have the envelope, please? All right, we don't have an envelope, but we've got a pizza box. Without further delay, the winner for the gentleness category in the You Direct contest is Maya from Rancho Capistrano. Woo! Awesome job, Maya. We actually have Maya here with us via satellite. Hey, Maya.
Hi, Pastor John. Yes, I am here.
Awesome. Do you have anything else you want to share with us?
I'm so excited. I'm happy. I'm so happy my brothers helped me make this video. Thank you, Saddleback Kids and You Direct.
Now, let's check out Maya's film, Gentleness.
There is a power that lives in us, a power given by our Creator. When used, it produces fruit, many fruits, and we call it the fruit of the Spirit. The place is here, and time is now. This could be your journey.
These are mine. Back off.
Skylar, what in the world are you doing? Time out, young man. Over there.
Are you okay?
Thank you.
Be the light of the world and set example for others, just as the situation we experience. 2 Timothy 2:24. The servant of the Lord must not fight, but be gentle to all.
That was fantastic. Did you see, guys, how gentleness was shown? In Maya's video, we were able to see how she showed gentleness to the boy, even though he wasn't kind or compassionate to her. In the beginning of the video, the boy didn't want to share his fruit with her. Instead of being angry or disrespectful, towards him, Maya chose to show him compassion by sitting with him while he was in trouble, and then by offering him a piece of fruit. Maya is a great example of how we can show gentleness to others. We can model God's gentleness by remaining calm in situations. Even when our friends mistreat us or get angry with us, we can show gentleness by helping our siblings with their homework or by helping a friend in need. Remember guys, showing gentleness isn't an easy thing to do. Trust me, I know. But God promises to give us the strength we need to show gentleness in all circumstances. All right guys, it's time for me to throw it back to Ariel and Katie. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you back next week. See ya.
Well, that concludes this week's episode of the U Direct Awards. Remember, the fruit of the Spirit grows inside of us so that we can show what God's love looks like to others.
This week, we want to challenge you to find ways that you can show God's love to others by being gentle.
I'm Ariel.
And I'm Katie.
And we'll see you guys back here next week for another episode of the U Direct
Awards.
I don't know about you, but I feel like I understand it so much better now that we have unpacked this week's Fruit of the Spirit. Now it's time for us to test our knowledge with a quiz. Super Snail Sam is here to help us expand our knowledge. If you know the answers to Super Snail Sam's questions, make sure to shout it out as loud as you can. Let's go ahead and join Super Snail Sam for our Fruit of the Spirit quiz.
Gentlemen, imagine a world where the laws of physics no longer apply. Where house snails can have the speed of a cheetah and the strength of 1,000 men. The time is now. We have the technology. We have the capability. We can make the world's first Super Snail. Super Snail Sam! Better than he was before. Better, faster, stronger. Laser vision, super speed, the ability to speak. Super Snail Sam! What does the fruit of the Spirit gentleness mean? Is it being kind and compassionate to others? Is it being shy? Or is it being a giant? That's right. Gentleness is being kind and compassionate to others. Awesome job, everyone. Even if we disagree with someone, we are told to use the force, gentleness, or yelling. That's correct. Even if we disagree with someone, we're told to use gentleness. Great job, everybody. How did Barnabas use gentleness in our Bible story? Did he throw it at them? By crying a lot? Or by remaining calm even when there were disagreements? That's right. Barnabas remained calm even when there were disagreements. Awesome job, everyone. Super Snail Sam!
Great job answering those questions. Remember, when we make the decision to follow Jesus, He will help us have the fruit of the Spirit. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.
This week's craft is grapes requiring gentleness as well. So I pre-drew grapes. You can look up a picture or you can print out a picture. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not this creative. I printed out a picture and traced it. That's why you can see like pencil marks. And then I used a marker. And then I wrote gentleness in like a S shape, and we're gonna color it with pencil. So take your pencil and just color it all, but lightly. Do it as light as you can. And you're gonna need a tissue for this.
Why is it that the craft is gentleness and grapes? So the fruit of the Spirit is gentleness. And if you're too harsh with grapes, what happens to them? Like if you grab it and you grab it too strongly.
They go kasplat.
They go kasplat and they get grape juice all over us. So I think that it's supposed to, the grapes and gentleness signify being gentle to each other. We don't want to be mean to each other. We don't want to, you know, there used to be this thing that went around, I don't know if it's still in schools, where kids pinch each other and they think it's fun, but it's not fun. That's not gentle.
St. Patrick's Day.
Maybe St. Patrick's Day, but it's just not fun.
I always wore green on St. Patrick's Day because I didn't want them to hurt me.
Right. Okay, what do you do after you've done all of that?
So, color darkly the vine.
When you say darkly, dark, so you're just saying I can see that it's definitely darker than the grapes.
You want it to be very, 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 very dark. Now, I'm not going to do pitch black because that's a waste of lead, and I don't want to, but you'll see why, because we're going to do contrasts in light, and it'll be hard to distinguish the vine from the grape later on. Maybe.
So if the kids don't know how to do it, when you're doing it really light versus really dark, what's the difference on what you do with your pencil?
You press the pressure you put.
So one is hard and one is lighter?
Yeah,
so
I'm putting a lot of pressure on the page right now.
Cool.
But don't put, like, as much pressure as you can, or else you'll break the lead. I've done that. It ain't nice. Okay. I'm thinking. Okay. Kind of divide every grape like that. Kind of in half, but a slanted half. Even the little things that aren't grapes from the background.
So like draw a line down the middle of them?
Yeah, but slanted. Kind of like they're going towards this corner of the page.
Okay.
Except I'm not aiming it directly that way, I'm just slanting it.
Part of the scripture for today talks about Paul and Barnabas. Barnabas was very gentle, and he helped Paul a lot with the people that were scared of Paul in the beginning, because they were thinking that Paul was going to hurt the believers of Christ, because he had done that before he knew who Christ was. But Barnabas really helped with gentleness and helping Paul to reach people, for talking to people about Christ, and then Barnabas also encouraged with his gentleness. So I see that you're doing one half darker.
Yeah, do the left half dark. Not as dark as the vine, but dark.
Kind of in between?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the purpose of doing it in between like that?
We're gonna make a gradient scale.
So can you tell everyone what a gradient scale is? Because I don't know what that means.
I don't know where the word gradient comes from. I'm guessing it comes from the word granite. But basically it's just where one color goes from its darkest to its lightest, and it has an in-between transition that's smooth.
My favorite part is coming up.
What's your favorite part?
When you use a Kleenex.
Oh, the smudging?
Yeah. So, what if somebody that is doing this makes a mistake? Is it a big deal?
No, because one, it's pencil and you can easily erase it. Two, when we do smudge it and smear it and shade it, mistakes easily go away. Like, as you can see, I didn't go on the lines, but afterwards I'm gonna erase it. I didn't care much because when you smear it, it's gonna smear off the lines almost always, so.
It looks like maybe you have to be patient.
Yeah, I guess I can see how you would have to be patient. I'm just used to this. I took art class a few years ago, and this was the normal. For 2 hours straight, you did nothing but like this. And we had to draw like realistic human beings, and that takes a long time. So I'm just used to it. But I find it very fulfilling and worth your time to do it because the outcome usually looks really pretty.
Is it sometimes calming? Makes you feel better if you're in a bad mood?
Me personally, I guess. If I'm in a bad mood, I don't usually do this, but yeah. Making things pretty will, and with your own hands no less, will definitely make your mood happy. I mean, gentleness, you gotta be gentle with the paper.
Definitely.
When coloring. If your guys' hands start hurting from all of this, try holding it way up here like chopsticks. In fact, almost in the way of chopsticks, and do it from the side. It helps a lot. It may feel weird. When I was first taught this trick by an artist, I was like, excuse you, I cannot do that. And then I just did it.
Okay, is it almost time for the favorite part?
Almost.
Okay.
Now, take the half that isn't, well, it is colored, but like not dark, and imaginary cut it in half. Don't actually, but imaginary cut it in half. And do a shade that's darker than this, but lighter than this. I'll try
I think
and show
you just did that backward.
No. Darker
No?
than this, lighter than that.
Oh, okay.
Like that. Can you tell? Light, medium, dark.
Yep, you can tell.
Yeah. And do halfway for everything.
I think you have to be gentle with your pencil.
For me, because I'm used to doing gradient scales, I'm able to just go straight and just lighten my stroke naturally. But if you can't, just like, real quickly, I'm going to go to the back of the page. For example, let's say really dark here and really light there, but you can't get the in-between like how I can, just naturally. Maybe just go section, little lighter, and then little lighter than the last, then little lighter than the last, and then pretend that's not there, and then you got white.
Cool.
And there you go. I
Did you
lost
forget
where
where
I
you
was.
left
Yeah,
off?
yeah. Oh, my nose itches. And if you might notice, sometimes I don't stop at the very end. Like, on some I do, on others I don't. That's because I wasn't able to get the smooth transition, so I made the light part a little darker. That's all. Okay, now is the time that you like. So I'm gonna just grab your Kleenex. You can use paper towel. You can use your hand. I was checking this part because sometimes the pencil rubs off on there. You can use your hand. My favorite is just Kleenex. Just kind of wrap it around your finger and just go from,
like the top down to the bottom?
Yeah, but don't do each grape. I was about to, but don't. It'll look more realistic because if light is showing on this part, then it'll be darker. Start from the bottom left and work up there. That way this will be lighter, that side will be darker. Light will work, so just... To add more, I'm gonna clean it and just...
Do you press hard or are you gentle?
I'm hard. Contradictory to
Get that, huh?
gentleness.
Did you do the vine?
Yes.
Okay.
I just did it all. Okay. I was going to erase the outline, but I think it looks cool with this smudged on the outside, so I'm gonna leave it. So take an erase. I thought I just colored on it. Take the eraser. I just have this pencil. You can use any eraser and just do that.
So why are you doing that?
To add lighting.
Nice. Makes them look more real.
Yeah. You can do some ovals, you can do circles, you can do some squares, you can do lines. You can do a square. Honestly, the more different shapes you use, the more realistic. I'm gonna do a triangle. Ooh. You want it on the right. I forgot my left from right. On the right side, not the left, because again, like the lighting I said, light's coming in from that way, so. Okay. Voila. There's your craft. Hope you like it.
Gentleness.
Yeah, gentleness.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Wow, that was awesome, wasn't it? And you got to see Mindy. Isn't she amazing? As you get into the youth group, you'll want to know her more because she does a lot with our youth. And wasn't it a great activity today? I thought the beauty of that when it was done was so professionally done. I bet yours looks just as good. So, remember today, it's about being kind and compassionate to others, and we call that gentleness. So, have you thought about who you're going to help? Maybe you could help somebody with some homework this week, or a friend out who isn't feeling really great. Maybe they're just sad because they're tired of all that COVID has to offer us. But you get to grow today so that you can show God's love to others. That's what we want to do. Thank you for joining us on First Kids Worship. First Kids Worship. See you next week.